But you don't think people that were on a boat with somebody in proximity to somebody, and that person comes that day acting so suspicious, they should be questioned?
Hold on. They were questioned, Stewhead. They talked to the police. This is why y'all ain't never gonna make it in life. This is why these people ain't never gonna make it, bro. Experience with black people who are not completely retarded. But when you look at these people,
I'm telling you, man, this man is gone.
And I see why white people are sick of y'all.
Wow.
Charlie Kirk said black men like you were better off during slavery.
100%.
You believe 100%?
You don't understand black history and you don't understand what Charlie was saying.
I know you all been hearing about Officer Tatum when it comes to this Nolan Wells case. Officer Tatum, or Tap Dancing Tatum, which we want to call him out here, has been doing the same thing for a very long time, man. I don't want people to get it confused and pretend or even look at it like this guy just started acting and behaving like this. This man has been doing this for a very long time. And when you ask what this exactly is, it's basically pandering, man. Pandering to the folks to become one of them or be on their good side. There's a reason why these people always choose to go and talk to Officer Tatum. It's for this specific reason. But him and DL Hughley, they have been beefing for a while. I mean, this is nothing new. And here goes DL Hughley talking about Officer Tatum at an earlier time.
MAGA likes black men who do what they're told. Name me a remarkable black man that MAGA liked.
A remarkable?
I'm talking about remarkable that all of us can agree is a remarkable human being.
Steve Harvey.
MAGA don't like him.
I mean, he met with Donald
meeting
Trump.
with him. I'm talking about with MAGA champions him, like a Tatum or like a fucking Byron Donalds or like those people. Is Clarence Thomas remarkable?
No.
He's obedient. Is Tim Scott remarkable?
He got a point there, man. And I think this is how people typically look at Tatum, man. Tatum is this guy, but he makes a lot of sense when he says, name one remarkable black man that MAGA actually likes. And when you try or even attempt to, and you go to these type of people like Tatum's and all those guys, you see something that they all have in common. They seem very obedient. And this is the reason why they like them, right? Now, the reason why Officer Tatum, and I'm gonna stop calling him Officer Tatum, man, because it just sounds stupid, man. The reason why TD Tatum, Tap Dance Tatum, is going through this is because we all see the way that he's covering the Nolan Wells case. While I do understand that it's okay to come in and have a difference of opinion and look at different things from what everybody else is looking at, you got to look at how he acts and how he approached the situation. Because TD Tatum, the first thing he did when he approached this thing, he immediately took them at face value, right? And I think that's the issue. With everything that has happened in this state, right? The history. When you factor in all those things, you understand why people look at this case with a side eye. So to jump into this and immediately say, I think these kids are innocent, I think people are tripping, it's going to make people look at you sideways, right? Especially with the police coming into the investigation, immediately saying that they suspected no foul play. And you haven't even completed an investigation, and then you already say you don't suspect any foul play. But here's what DL Hughley had to say about TD Tatum, and then we're going to go to what TD Tatum's response is. And then we're going to check out some details coming up in the investigation that Tatum had to answer to and couldn't. But let's check this out.
This is Brandon Tatum.
Y'all just see what unfunny ex-comedian D.L. Hughley just said about me. Posted a picture of me and my wife. To do what? To be a racist? You are the lamest dude in all of comedy.
What is more lame than calling yourself the job you used to have? You're not an officer anymore. You were a football player who failed at being a football player. You didn't make the team. So you
Damn. Okay.
became an officer. That wasn't working out, so you became an influencer.
Sheesh.
You talked about emotion. What is more emotional than this?
The word.
You cried for a white dude.
So let me add something to this. In case you don't know, this is him crying for Charlie Kirk.
Oh my God.
He got on his live and cried, got emotional over this. Now, the reason why this is significant is because if you go back to what he said before this, you would understand how this makes him look silly as hell. Because before this, he told everyone that he would never cry in front of his wife.
Cry in front of my wife.
Really?
I just wouldn't.
What if your kid died?
That's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry in front of my wife if my kid died. I'm her foundation. I'm her strong point. I cry on my own, but if everything is going south, I want my wife to know I'm strong in that situation. I heard a guy say this, is that when my father passes away, which everybody's parent is going to pass away, I'm not going to cry at his funeral.
So to take that hard of a stance and feel like you cannot cry in front of your wife, you got to always stay strong. And then here you go on live stream crying for a white guy you didn't even know.
How?
Now, honestly, I don't even know if they had a personal relationship. I don't know. I don't know if they even talk. But bruh, come on now. You can't even show this vulnerability for your wife, but you willing to show it for, okay, all right. So I just want to add that context in there so people understand.
You cried for a white dude who the people didn't even think you worthy to speak at his funeral.
Damn.
You said you wouldn't cry for your son, but you cried for him.
See, I forgot that part. He said he wouldn't cry for his son at that part in there. Yeah.
That's not emotion. You talked of the way Benjamin Crump talks.
Just want to blame white folks. And so I go out there because I know that lame Al Sharpton and Mr. I can't read Benjamin Crump is just race hustling, y'all.
You talked about how those boys are innocent. You had proof. Now, I don't know whether they're innocent or not. I don't know what happened there. But I know one conversation with a failed football player and a social media influencer is not the predicate. You don't have any toxicology report. You don't have an autopsy report. You talked about black people acting a fool. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state
Exactly.
that took 31 years and 3 trials to prosecute and find guilty the murder of Medgar Evers. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that in 2005 found 215 black people that were dead and buried in a pauper's grave and nobody knew they were there. Yeah. Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that just killed a 1-year-old boy and nobody's being brought to account about.
Facts.
Black people are right to be suspicious of a state that has been poisoning black people with the water since the 1960s.
As he goes down this list, this is why people are upset, because it's like they want people to just say, okay, y'all said nothing happened. We just gonna go ahead and sit down now. We gonna take a seat. No, y'all got it. We gonna take y'all for y'all word. How do you expect people to do that with the history, right? Because the same way people are speculating and saying, well, we gotta look at the facts. We gotta look at everything that's going on because it could be this and it could be that. We can't just listen to y'all say that it's not. Why? Because there have been times, scenarios throughout history where people have said that and they just swept it right under the rug and kept life going as usual. So now I think people are upset because they can't control the narrative because of the time that we're in. The time of social media allows everyone to have an opinion. Everybody can voice their concerns. Everybody can share their thoughts. And I think that bothers people the most. Just imagine without social media and this whole case going on, imagine how easy it would have been for them to say what they said. We suspected no foul play. And then the story's just gone just like that. How many times has that happened? We can't sit here and act like it didn't happen. But it's just now with the time, social media and everything, it's hard to do that. Shit, for all we know, this case could be getting the attention it's getting and having them work and do the things that they're doing because of the fact that social media blew it up. It's like, damn, they watching us. Now we got to do our job. And that's a sad state of things. And I'm not saying that they wouldn't have done anything, but history has shown that it's possible that they wouldn't have. You know how they like to do here? We like to forget history. I mean, they're trying to erase history right now. They're trying to erase educational history right now because they want to forget. Forgetting has always been the number one direction. Let's forget it happened. Unless it's one of us. And then now, we got to do these memorials. We got to try to go name streets after people. You know how they do.
People didn't look for this fight. They want justice. All they want is accountability. Right. And if it's those boys, it should be that. Nobody has a predetermined notion. I don't know what happened. But if you're saying that Al Sharpton and that Benjamin Crump are on one side, you're certainly on the other. You talk to them for 2 days and now all of a sudden you know if they're guilty, you know if they're innocent.
Yeah, and that's the problem, man. It's the audacity to talk to these guys for the limited amount of time you talk to them. All of a sudden, you know for a fact that they had nothing to do with anything and people are just out to get them. Okay. Let's take a look at TD Tatum responding to D.L. Hughley.
The social media influencer who failed at football and was a mediocre cop all of a sudden knows more than that. I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened.
That one hurt him, yo. That mediocre cop, that hurt him. That hurt.
But I do know this. You said that a young woman with a pot of water acted so suspiciously that she should be shot by cops.
I think that this is justified, but it could have been avoided, but still justified. You can't throw boiling water on a police officer and not get shot.
But you don't think people that were on a boat with somebody, in proximity to somebody, and that person come that day acted so suspicious they should be questioned?
Hold on. They were questioned, Stewhead. They talked to the police. This is why y'all ain't never gonna make it in life. This is why these people ain't never gonna make it, bruh.
Listen, if you ever wanted to look at what self-hate looks like, you're looking at it right now. These people, this is why these people ain't never gonna make it. I don't know about y'all, but to me, that sounds like TD Tatum literally separates his entire self from a group that unfortunately looks like him. These people is insane. Insane.
The only reason I don't totally think black people are completely a lost cause because I grew up around black people. I got black people in my family whom I love.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
He is lost, bruh. Well, believe it or not, I grew up around black people. Believe it or not, I got black people in my family. What? Like, dog, the self-hatred is insane. And I know people point to his lifestyle, how he acts, maybe his friends, maybe his relationships. I don't care about none of that. I am not in a space to tell you who to go date. I am not in the space to worry about who you dog. I am not in a space to worry about who you friends with. I am not in a space to talk about your inner circle, outer circle, whatever it is. But to have those relationships and completely lose yourself, your identity, and ditch yourself in the process and the people that look like you and pretend like you don't have any connection to that struggle is insane. That's where you lose me, dog. Do what you want in your life. It's your life. But to eradicate yourself in the process is insane. To start speaking as if you are no longer part of that group is insane. Because you know what? At the same time, there's a lot of conversations about who's black, who's foundational, who's this, who's that. That argument to me is stupid as hell because we all fight the same fucking fight. We may have different lineage. We may have different history. Great-great-grandparents may have fought different battles. But at the end of the day, when I get pulled over as a black man. They're not asking me, yo, are you foundational? Are you an actual black man? They're not asking me them questions, bro. I've been put in handcuffs. I've been looked at very suspicious before. As a black man, I've been profiled. I've been discriminated against. And not one time when I've been discriminated against, they said, wait a minute, are you foundational? You know what I mean? So to me, all the inner fighting, all the people battling each other, all the people saying, well, you this, but you not that, or you have this, but you not that. It's a stupid ass fight, stupid ass battle, because at the end of the day, I think we all need to understand that whoever's fighting the fight to bring forward better opportunities, to eradicate profiling, to eradicate discrimination, to give the black man a fair chance, equal playing field at the American dream, that's where we at. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. To jump into a fight and immediately eradicate and push away allies in the effort makes no sense to me. But to not go into a tangent of that, Tatum, to me, he's a black man who just lost himself. He basically erased that side of him. Him saying, believe it or not, black people in my family, that's basically the same thing as a Caucasian person saying, well, it can't be this because I got black friends. Word of advice, don't make that your argument because it means nothing. It means nothing. The best thing you could do as somebody trying to navigate your way around other people is have some sensitivity. Do your homework a little bit. Learn some more about the people you're talking. Learn a little bit about the culture so that you know how to navigate, you know? Don't cosplay as it. Just navigate respectfully. And I promise you'll be just fine. And when somebody calls you out on something, if you know your shit, you be straight. But don't make that your argument. Because that's what Tatum does right now. Because he thinks that this means something. My bad for the rant. Go ahead.
Experience with black people who are not completely retarded. But when you look at these people.
These people. I'm telling you, man, this man is gone.
And I see why white people are sick of y'all.
Wow. Hey, man, look, if you watch this guy faithfully, man, you got to evaluate yourself, man. You might be lost, too. This is why they love him, and this is why he's the go-to guy. He's the go-to guy. He's the guy that they go to for these things because they know he's a safe guy. They're going to get what they want out of him.
Because if you ain't never met reasonable black people and you listen to these fools all day, You gotta think black people has gotta be the dumbest people on planet Earth. You have to be biased looking at the stupidity. You got you think a woman who throwing a hot boiling water on somebody should get shot. That's called deadly force. I don't think she should get shot because she's black. I think she gets shot because it's according to the law. If you're in fear of serious bodily injury or death, which boiling water can cause, then a cop can shoot you.
I got a channel called BigZoe Reacts where we react to it's a little more lighthearted than some of the stuff we talk about, and it's not really hip hop related. We react to body cam videos, divorce court, all that stuff. It's a fun page. If you haven't followed, go ahead and follow. I'll put it in the description. Definitely a fun page for you to just come through, laugh, have a good time. We react to a lot of body cam videos. And with the amount that we have reacted to, the subscribers on that channel will tell you the amount of videos we have seen where people of a different race have been giving so much grace in comparison to what we've seen of other races. I'm just saying, definitely something interesting to take a look at. We have watched so many people, you know what? I'm not even gonna just say people. So many Caucasians get so much grace in comparison to black people, Hispanics. We have watched so much of it, and it to me, it's just crazy to see. But somebody like TD Tatum gonna tell you something different, right?
And the only reason this cop got in trouble because he white.
Oh God, man.
And they want to make an example out of this cop. And he was a stewhead by the stuff he said before he ended up having a shooter, which put him in a position where they will argue that he instigated it. But she threw boiling water at the cops. Go throw boiling water at cops today and see if you don't get smoked and they let you off. And they let the cop off. Let a black cop shoot you after you throw boiling water on him. He ain't going to jail.
The social.
Yeah. This guy is a fool, man. This guy is just one of the worst, man. One of the comments said, "I grew up around black people. Ninja, you are black." It's like he get in front of this mic, he forgets. This is a sickness, dog, because there's such thing as you feeling like you part of something so much that you just continuously forget. My God. This comment said, "This fool is talking like he is not black himself. You can be married with a white woman, but you can never ever be the white skin color. How can you hate outside of the club? Racism is a choice and you choose to be racist with yourself." This is disgusting. Now here's Tatum on Nancy Grace, right? And this is an example of why people look at what he says and they question him so greatly, because this is the shit that he does. So this is him talking about a lie detector test that he says they all took. And I guess he didn't really expect Nancy Grace to follow up, which I don't know why, because Nancy Grace don't play that shit. I don't know why, bruh. Like, if you're gonna go on Nancy Grace, expect Nancy Grace to question everything you say. He probably thought she wasn't gonna follow up on this for whatever reason. But again, the same guy that likes to call everybody else stupid, just on here doing stupid things. Let's see. Listen to him right here.
Well, from my understanding, all but I believe one took a polygraph, and from what was told to me, that they all passed.
So again, let's stop right there. And I don't want to keep stopping. I want to go through, but I really think these things are important. People talk about how people are saying things in the media. People are making assumptions. This right here is an example of one, and how easy it is for you to say something that somebody takes as fact. Now, when you respond to that and you say all of the ones that took a polygraph have passed, people will take that as they all took a lie detector test. They passed the polygraph. That means none of them are lying. They're all telling the truth. Am I right or wrong? Now, here's where he trips up.
All of the ones that took a polygraph took one without a lawyer. And they cooperated with law enforcement. So from my understanding, everybody took a polygraph test. Why do you say that's from what you
understand? Did they tell you they took a poly and passed?
Yes, ma'am. They told me that they did it. I wasn't there. So that's what I'm saying from my understanding.
Okay, so yeah, trust me, bro. We did it. You wasn't there. You don't know if they did for real. You just take them at face value. Why is it that you take these people at face value, right? Because they're your people now, right? Because when you talk about black people, you talk about black people like those people. I grew up around those people. But for them, oh, y'all took a polygraph for real? Did y'all really? Trust me, bro. Oh, I. Okay. Y'all see how it looks? This is what it looks like versus what they tell you. But
and they told me that all the boys except one, which is Warren, I believe, took a polygraph test. All of them did not have lawyers and did it and cooperated with police. Warren also cooperated with police. I just believe he didn't take a lie detector test, but Warren is the young man that I interviewed. So according to what they told me, they all took a lie detector test and passed.
And it's an equivalent of a lie detector test. It's not a traditional lie detector test, but it's the same theology of trying to get to if a person.
So it's not. So it is not. This is what I'm talking about. You say polygraph, you say it because you want that shit to just go by and everybody's going to trust it because they heard polygraph. When you say lie detector and then you say polygraph, people add credibility to that because they say, oh, they took a polygraph? Damn, them boys ain't lying. There are people that's going to run with that. But now it's not a polygraph. It's similar to one.
It's lying. I don't know the name of it. It's an equivalent of a lie detector test. It's a different methodology.
I don't know the name of it. What the fuck? Who is this guy, man? Jog, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, this is crazy.
Yeah, I don't believe it was a polygraph test. I believe they took other stressors in order to analyze if the people were telling the truth or not.
Did they take a polygraph would be no.
Well, yeah, I think it could be semantics because they took a test to analyze whether or not they were being truthful in their statements, and that certified test, they passed it. It just wasn't considered a traditional polygraph. I think it's a more advanced way of doing it.
Brandon Tatum.
I think it's just more advanced. Now it's just more advanced. Come on, man. Shout out to Nancy Grace, man. Don't let these motherfuckers just get away with just saying whatever, bro. Because that's what they trying to do. They trying to do whatever. Somebody asked in the comments, why is he their spokesman? He's their spokesman because he's safe, all right? They want him talking about it because in their eyes, he's a plant. He looks black. He's going to say the things that we want him to say.
Black people commit over half of all murders in this country.
Did you read the book?
I did not read the book.
You are uneducated.
If you're 25 and under, the leading cause of death for you is being murdered by another black person.
Think you foolish.
And again, I completely stand by the fact that we don't know what happened. Everybody wants answers. That's what we're here for. Answers. You're not here for none of the other shit. We're here for answers. All right? But when you got somebody that's here and their main purpose is to say, well, this is how these people act. This is what they do. They're just race baiting. They just want to blame the white people. They just want to do that. All of those are your talking points. And you over here taking people at face value, the same people that are being accused of things, you telling them at face value, you're saying, you know what? I believe y'all. That don't sound like somebody that wants an answer. That sounds like somebody that is on one side and is trying to prove that they didn't do anything. This is why your name is Officer Tatum and not Detective Tatum. But okay. So speaking of Nancy Grace, right? Nancy Grace also said that the family of Nolan Wells has subpoenaed social media giants seeking messages, location records, and other digital evidence. She's reporting that they're looking into a lot of things now. I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna say a lot because the hole that's in this case right now is also the fact that Nolan Wells' phone came back with no social media posts. Some messages were deleted. So what does that mean and why is that a thing? Why did that happen? So when you talk about this, you see how many holes are in this shit and you want to scrutinize people for believing that there may have been some foul play here? It just don't make sense to me. But
in the last 24 hours, Nolan Wells' family hits social media giants subpoenaing Nolan's accounts. His mother, Christine, says when her son's phone was brought to the family, they had concerns because there were no pictures or videos on either of his Snapchat accounts, triggering their fear items may have been deleted. Now, joining us, special guest Brandon Tatum. You interviewed, as we played at the get-go, several of Nolan's friends. Did they show you photos, videos, snaps of that day on Horn Island?
Well, Nancy, thank you so much for having me on. I spoke to 4 of the boys that are originally accused of being involved in Nolan Wells' death. And they did show me a lot of evidence. And in talking to these young men, the burden of proof is they're going to have to prove to me. I'm not going to listen to what they say out of their mouth. They're going to have to show me. And in many cases, they showed me.
Shut your ass. Bruh, you were the same guy who just said they told you they took a polygraph. You didn't say that they showed you results from a polygraph or results. You said that they told you they took it. And now you want to sit here and say you're not going to believe what comes out of their mouth? They got to show you? Like, bro, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is why all the people jumping on here saying, man, y'all speculating and do it. They doing the same exact thing. There's so much distractions out there. I see now they got people that are saying that the audio was fake and it was doctored. Listen, man, the audio is the way that it is because of course it was doctored because they had to go in there and they had to redact them putting out their phone numbers. So when you hear people say it was it was doctored and it was tampered with, that's what they had to do. What did you want them to do? Put it out there, raw audio file out with their phone numbers being exposed? These are people that are being accused of something right now. Do you think it would be very responsible at this moment to have a call released with their phone number in it? That's where those pauses come from. And they're using that as a way to say that it was edited and it was tampered with. This is insane, man. How about we focus on finding the answers, bro? Because according to Nancy Grace, that came directly from that emergency response. Came directly from them.
Videos of Nolan on the island. They showed me videos of the boat when they were getting towed out, which is consistent with, kind of similar to what the phone call was. I mean, they showed me pictures of them with Nolan. They showed me phone records of them calling Nolan's mom
and also, here's what I got about that boat, right? He talks about the boat. They showed him pictures or photos of them on the boat when they were towing the boat. You mean this 2-3 second video? So you're trying to tell me these kids are being accused of something and all they got to show you is a 3-second video? That's what you got? Because if they're being accused of something, you should have something that should say, bruh, that's stupid as hell. Look at this. You recorded for 3 seconds and then you were like, that's it? That's what we gonna give you? All those events, you trying to tell me you took out your phone for 3 seconds and this is the best y'all got? They just want people to be naive about this, man. And that's the problem. We're not going to just sit back and say, okay, y'all said it, so I guess it is what it is. That's not how this works, dog.
All of the above. So they seemed very consistent. They seemed very genuine. And they also proved to me some of the things that they had told me in the interview that I had with them that I have uploaded on my YouTube channel.
So this guy did an analysis of the friend that TD Tatum interviewed, right? And he had some interesting things.
Watch the cut. They cut the interview. Very, very, very important. Watch this. Watch when he said Nolan was on the boat with me last year. Watch this.
Rings in the Gulf Coast, go to Horn Island. And, we went last year. Nolan was on the boat with me last year. And
you see that cut? Nolan was on the boat with me last year.
First thing.
There's a cut in the video. Why is there a cut? Why is there a cut? Listen, everything is based on what we see. I don't think it's wrong to question it. So why is there a cut? I don't know.
I want to ask you, did you kill Nolan?
Okay, let's break down this interview. For those of you who do not know, I was an interrogator, human intelligence collector, source operator in the Army. It's important for me to give you those credentials up front because I want you to know from where I'm coming, where I break this interview down. I am an expert in what I'm about to do. He's actively trying to give you a story that has been given to him. His mother, who is a judge, I believe, this is my opinion, has coached him on how to answer questions on the timeline the morning of. Why? I don't know. I'm not saying this guy did it. I'm not saying this guy did anything. I'm not saying that. I don't have the evidence to be able to say that. What I'm saying is this is deceptive. What I'm saying is you're not giving me a sequential order of events and very red flag.
Yeah.
There's got to be a grip of these kids that know what fucking happened. And one of them's telling, guaranteed. Their attorneys going straight to the prosecutor like, okay, my client had nothing to do with it, but they're willing to tell everything in exchange for immunity, and those kids are going to be in the grand jury. What's the date today? End of July? Indictment will be coming between August 14th and the end of the month. What is it, 31 days in August? Indictment coming down the 14th to the 31st. That's what I think. A bunch of kids that don't, I mean, bro, they can't shut their mouths. They don't know how to do that shit. They're not convicts, bro. they're telling. And y'all better tell, because the longer you stay fucking quiet, bro, the more guilty you all look. You do understand that. Attorneys sometimes be sending these kids straight to the penitentiary, bro. Even if kids had something to do with it, bro, they should have gone up there and been like, oh, it was an accident. We didn't mean for it to happen. And yeah, that's what you should have done to mitigate. The longer you shut your motherfucking mouth, the more guilty you look, the easier it is for them to get a conviction on your bitch ass.
Yeah.
Attorneys leading kids straight to the penitentiary. Like, oh yeah, we're going to beat this. No, you're not. There's like a group of kids that know what fucking happened, dude.
And that's the thing, man. At the end of the day, people want answers, man. And I continue to say that because I think it's something that needs to be said. People just want answers. People want to know what happened. People want to know what this was about. People want to know what happened on that damn island. The fact that there were so many people on that damn island, and the best they can say is that there were 2 key witnesses that saw Nolan on that island is insane to me. All those people on that island, you're telling me there was 2 people, bro. 2 people that saw what happened. All right, now. Listen, man, I'ma just leave it at that. Obviously, we see Tatum for who he is. That boy has lost himself, and he is in a place of no return, and he has already decided he will allow himself to be the tool that is used over there because he is a safe guy for them. He is the guy they run to when they have these kind of conversations and they have these kinds of situations. They run to him because he will push those talking points that they need, man. And you saw DL Hughley say all the things that he said. He listed down different times he has done that. And is he lying? No, sir. But here we are. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate all the conversations, all the different thoughts, all the opinions. Well, y'all let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button for your boy. Please hit the like button. You can get these videos out and keep these things circulating. I'm going to keep giving y'all updates on this topic until this thing is figured out. So whenever there's something relevant or something useful to talk about and point out so that everybody is up to date with the happenings on it, I will do my best to put these videos out, all right? So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Sign up for the Discord if you want to join the Discord and have conversations there as well. I'll put that link also will be in the description. Also, if you want to join the channel, that's a great way to support the channel. It definitely helps me continue to make these videos. The channel membership is definitely important to this channel, and we're trying to build a community of people who are interested in having conversations and also people who are interested in seeing exclusive videos that are not public, you know? So make sure you join the membership. And if you would rather join us on Patreon, we also have a Patreon where the videos that really can't go onto YouTube, we put them on Patreon. We have Patreon only live streams. We also do music reviews over there. So check that out. And also check out my second page, BigZoe Reacts. If you want more lighthearted content and you want to get some laughs throughout your day, join over there. And the last thing, check me out on Twitch. We currently have a sub goal on Twitch. You'll see it right there. We're trying to get to 500. Right now we're at 201. So get on there and sub. You can sub with your Amazon Prime if you want. All those links will be in the description. I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Goods. BigZoeTV. Let's go.